Imagine being betrayed by your own twin, the one who's supposed to stand by your side. For Tunde, this wasn't just a nightmare. It was his reality. Mocked for something he couldn't change, his ears. But no one could have predicted how he would turn his biggest weakness into his greatest strength. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm glow over the village of Olubunmi. Laughter echoed from the playground as children chased one another, their joyful shouts filling the air. But Tunde sat alone beneath the old baobab tree, his heart heavy. "Look at Tunde's big ears," Kofi, his twin brother, shouted, joining the chorus of laughter. Tunde's face turned crimson as he watched Kofi, the one person he thought would always stand by him, mock him in front of everyone. The other children giggled, pointing and whispering, and Tunde felt a lump in his throat. "I wish I could be like everyone else," he thought, wishing he could hide his ears. Instead, he felt like an outsider, a target for teasing. The world seemed to close in around him as he sat there, tears welling in his eyes. "Why can't I just fit in?" he wondered. Kofi continued to laugh, his voice a painful reminder of Tunde's isolation. Tunde tried to force a smile, to brush off the teasing, but deep down, it hurt more than he could express. He had always admired Kofi, looked up to him as a protector. But now, Kofi was the one who hurt him the most. As the sun began to set, casting shadows over the village, Tunde realized he couldn't stay here any longer. He stood up, brushing the dirt from his knees, and walked away from the laughter and mockery, seeking solace under the baobab tree. In that moment of pain, he made a silent vow. He would find a way to rise above this hurt and discover the strength within him. Feeling defeated, Tunde wandered to the edge of the village, where the ancient baobab tree stood tall and wise. Beneath its sprawling branches sat Baba Yao, the village elder, his face weathered yet kind. The sight of him brought Tunde a flicker of hope amidst his sadness. As Tunde approached, Baba Yao looked up, sensing the boy's heavy heart. "Ah, Tunde, my child, what troubles you?" he asked, his voice warm and soothing. Tunde sat down beside him, tears brimming in his eyes. "It's my ears, Baba Yao. Kofi and the other children laugh at me. I feel so alone and ashamed. Why did I have to be born this way?" Baba Yao nodded thoughtfully. "Ah, my dear boy, those ears of yours hold more power than you realize. In our culture, we believe that every part of us has a purpose. Your ears are unique, just like you. But they're only a source of mockery," Tunde replied, his voice shaky. "Not true?" Baba Yao replied firmly. "Listen closely, Tunde. One day those ears may help you hear things others cannot. They may guide you in ways that are special. Remember the tale of the warrior who saved our village with his keen hearing? Your ears can be a gift, not a curse." Tunde looked at Baba Yao, a flicker of curiosity igniting within him. "Do you really believe that?" "I do, my child. Embrace your uniqueness. Let it become your strength," Baba Yao said, a gentle smile on his face. With newfound hope, Tunde left the elder's side, feeling lighter. He realized that perhaps his ears were not just a reason for laughter, but a doorway to his own extraordinary journey. As dawn broke over Olubunmi, Tunde rose from his sleep, the words of Baba Yao echoing in his mind. "Embrace your uniqueness." The sun poured golden light into his small hut, filling him with a sense of warmth. Today felt different, a turning point. Determined, Tunde stood before his mirror, gazing at his reflection. He took a deep breath, touching his ears gently. "You are not a weakness," he whispered. You are part of me." A flicker of courage ignited within him, pushing aside the pain of the past. With each passing hour, Tunde practiced in secret. He envisioned himself as a mighty warrior, his ears attuned to the whispers of the wind and the rustling leaves. "I will not let their laughter define me," he vowed. His heart raced with newfound determination, propelling him forward. In the village square, the children played, and Tunde took a deep breath as he approached. He could hear their laughter, but this time it didn't sting. Instead, he felt a sense of purpose. "Today is the day," he thought. Kofi was among them, still unaware of Tunde's resolve. Tunde called out, his voice steady, "Kofi, can I join you?" His brother turned, surprise etched on his face. The laughter paused, and all eyes were on Tunde. He felt his heart pound in his chest, but stood tall, shoulders back. "I may have big ears, but I'm ready to show everyone my true strength." The other children exchanged glances, curiosity flickering in their eyes. Tunde could feel a shift, a ripple of intrigue. With each word, he reclaimed his power, ready to prove that he could rise above the mockery, not just for himself, but for anyone who ever felt different. The peaceful morning in Olubunmi was shattered by urgent whispers and alarmed shouts. Tunde, standing near the marketplace, felt the tension in the air like a storm about to break. "A lion has been spotted near the village," echoed through the crowd, sending ripples of fear among the villagers. Men gathered, their faces set with determination as they discussed strategies to protect their homes. Tunde watched them from a distance, his heart racing. Fear coursed through the villagers, but within him a flicker of courage burned brighter. "This is it," he thought, "my chance to prove my strength." While the men prepared their weapons and devised plans, Tunde felt a surge of resolve. He had a choice, to stay in the shadows or to step into the light. "I will not be afraid," he whispered to himself. As the villagers organized themselves, Tunde made his decision. "I'll face the lion alone," he said, surprising himself with his boldness. The thought sent a shiver down his spine, but he remembered Baba Yao's words about embracing his uniqueness. "My ears may help me hear what others cannot," he reassured himself. Gathering his courage, Tunde approached Kofi, who was sharpening a spear. "Kofi, I'm going to confront the lion," he declared. Kofi looked at him incredulously. "Tunde, that's dangerous. You can't go alone." "I have to," Tunde replied firmly. "I need to show everyone that I am not just the boy they mock. I have strength, and I can help our village." With a nod of determination, Tunde set off toward the forest where the lion lurked. The sounds of the village faded behind him, replaced by the rustling leaves and the pounding of his heart. Today, he would turn his fear into bravery and prove to everyone, including himself, that he was more than just his ears.